Mr. Gerber, your canton is very young, 40 years old. How is it doing?
Yes, my canton is the youngest canton in Switzerland. The youngest, but now with 40 years old. And usually with 40 years old we have experiences, we have accumulated experiences, and we are full of energy and full of wish to change and to improve things.
Your department is economy and health. Does it go together?
It maybe can show that it's a little bit strange to build such a department, and it's really it was a wish for the government to build something new, to try to find the different opportunities between economy and health, finally to strengthen the opportunity in the both sectors and to find the interaction, because the economy in Canton Jura has to diversify. This is one of the main goals of the different governments since the beginning of the canton.
You said the economy has to diversify. The economy in Jura is very specific. It's really oriented around the watches, the watch industry.
Industry in the canton of Jura remain a very, very big part of the labor forces. Statistically and proportionally, we have 45% of the labor force who is working for industry. This is around 20% for the rest of Switzerland on average. And so that means that Canton Jura is really an industrial canton. And one of the main industry is the watchmaking industry. And this is why we are trying, and the politic, as I said, from the beginning of the canton, are trying to diversify this economy, because we are really strongly dependent on one sector.
And how do you aim to develop? Are you big enough to have Omega or Swatch come here?
So we have, of course, different subcontractors of brand who are producing here in Canton Jura. We have a lot of brands who are also investing in Canton Jura to produce pieces for their watches. And we are really proud in Canton Jura to say that in every single Swiss watch you will find a small piece of Jura.
You were telling me before it's almost in the character of people from Jura to be so meticulous in building pieces. Is it?
Yes, I think
it's almost cultural.
It is cultural. You know, at the beginning, why this industry take an important place in the whole Arc Jurassien and in Canton Jura. It was because during the winter time, the farmers didn't know what to do and had not enough money, and they began to produce watches. And they were really concentrated and very meticulous in doing what they have to do to produce the quality of the Swiss watches. And it's how all this industry becomes so successful. And this attitude, this way, this skill remain not only in the skill of the worker, but also in our culture.
We are here in a professional school. Are you aiming to have a university once in Jura?
I think that we have to be pragmatic and realistic. Canton Jura it's impossible for Canton Jura to have his own university. So we have to collaborate. We have to collaborate with our neighbors canton. I think of the Basel, but also Neuchâtel, Lausanne, Geneva. We send a lot of students to those universities. What we have to improve is that those students has to come back. And to come back, we have to offer them jobs. And that's sometimes what fell here. We don't have enough high-valued job to be able that all our students, all our youngs are able to come back here.
You're aiming to increase your collaboration with City Basel. Can you tell me about this?
Yes, we have a big project with the two cantons of Basel. We are actually building an innovation park. This is a platform which has for goal to really offer a possibility for research and also to put together the firms, the entrepreneurs in Canton Jura with the other research in Switzerland. And this is a very big challenge for the government in Canton Jura because we are not used to do such things. But I think it is a way to improve our relationship with the whole sector of research, to be innovative and to bring new projects, to bring new process here in the whole economy.
So you're building a whole building for this future innovation park, and you're building a lot here in Deremont and around Jura.
Yes, I think that a lot of investors are realizing that Jura is moving. In which direction? I don't know exactly, but in the direction, I'm sure, of the development. And the investors know and feel that. That's why we have a lot of projects in terms of building, but also in terms of company which are looking here how they can make business.
You have low rents compared to the rest of Switzerland, especially the other cantons in the French part. You have also low salaries. By increasing those salaries with getting more qualified people, aren't you afraid that the rents will increase, that the prices will increase, and that the space will be decreasing at the same time?
No, I think we still have some places to improve houses, to make new houses. We have still place to build new enterprise, to welcome enterprise from the rest of Switzerland or abroad. I'm not afraid at the short term that we will find those negative effects. But at the same time, I think that we have to be careful about our development. That's also why we have as goal in the government to have a sustainable goal, a sustainable development, sorry, in terms of development, because we have to look at the equilibrium on the social side, but also for the nature, because it's an image of Canton of Jura that we still have a very good life standard here because of a good and natural environment.
You're also improving the connection with France, for example. Can you tell me about this?
Yes,
Paris in 2.5 hours?
Yes, we are very proud of that because in few months Paris will be 2 hours 45 minutes from Pontoise. That will bring Jura as the closer city from Paris in Switzerland. So of course we are using that as a marketing tools, but more than this, we hope that it will bring here tourism, but also investors from France, which are looking for Swiss quality, for Swiss label, but also for a working labor force which has specific skill, especially in micromechanics, microtechnics.
You have lived in Manchester, in Tanzania. Why coming back to Jura?
Because my roots are here in Jura. You know, I'm a son of a farmer, and my parents always say to all their children that we have to study. They didn't have this opportunity to study, and that was their goal, that their children could study. not for money. And they always say, this is the only thing that nobody will be able to take from you. And this is also the only way to have the freedom to choose what you want to do and to have all the doors open. And that's why I had this opportunity, first of all, to study in another city in Switzerland. And after that, opportunities after opportunities, I was able to do a master in Manchester and then a PhD in Zurich, which sent me 1 year in Tanzania. And that is, I think, important for a politic at a regional level to have these experiences, to be able to see things maybe sometimes in another way that if I would have stayed my whole life here.